All right, so we're at Iseli Nursery. We were here a couple of years ago, did some filming. We did a couple videos with Roby yesterday. I don't know what order these will go up in, but I'm actually gonna make a playlist for Iseli down at the bottom so you can go and look at all the videos we've done. And we've done Japanese maples, and we've done blue conifers and narrow conifers, and several videos over the time I've spent with Roby. And today we're gonna do things that aren't conifers and aren't Japanese maples, okay, that they grow as well up here at Iseli in Oregon. You want to introduce yourself, Roby?
Yeah, my name is Roby Babcock. I'm the marketing director here at Iseli, so I do all of the social media, photography, website, etc.
Yeah, and a catalog that's like this thick, because they grow a lot of things up here. And again, some things that aren't conifers, which the conifers are I think Steph and I are mainly here for the conifers, but there's a lot of other things too, and a lot of other things that can help the landscape and are partner plants for Japanese maples and conifers as well. So you want to start us off with one?
Sure, so this is a great option. We have a variety of ginkgos that are more compact. This is American. This is around about what we give for a garden size 6x6. Pretty slow growing, has amazing fall color. It's gonna stay dense, so it's really more of a shrub than a tree. And as you can see in this garden setting here, it kind of mixes in nicely with a lot of the plants. In the Iseli garden, we mix a lot of blues and yellows. So while this does kind of blend in during the summer, in the fall it has this nice yellow color that matches nicely with the blue conifers in the background. Yeah,
and where we see a lot of ginkgos get gigantic, you know, we have one called Troll in our garden. So there are a lot of these kind of dwarf-ish ones. How long has this one been in the ground, do you think? I mean, just as a, I mean, they're pretty slow.
Oh yeah, this has got to be at least 25 years.
Okay, gotcha. And there's several different ginkgos you guys grow?
Yeah, we have Everton Broom, Princeton Sentry, Jade Butterflies. Okay. And if you go to our website, iselinursery.com, you can go to companion plants and companion trees, where we list all of the different options that we have besides conifers and maples.
Right, and this is a wholesale nursery, so explain to folks how they'll go about getting Iseli plants.
Right, yeah, so we are wholesale only. We sell to independent garden centers across the US and Canada, and if you are looking for a retail garden center near you, we actually have a map finder on our website. So if you go to iselinursery.com, you can go where to buy at the top, and it'll list the local places near you.
Okay, nice, perfect. And this is actually one of our favorites. This is one of the oldest plants on the planet too, which is fun with ginkgos. You can say, you know, I've got one of the oldest living, it's a living fossil.
It is indeed,
yeah,
yes.
Right. You guys do quite a few mondo grasses.
We do, yeah. We have a variety of mondo grasses, and so favorites of mine is black mondo grass, Pam Harper, and bad hair day.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, and bad hair day has that just a frilly kind of look to it.
Yeah, it's more of a thinner, I don't know what you call a blade, I suppose. Yeah. And it's a more compact, just solid green. Black Mondo, we have a ton of that. It's a nice high contrast, so especially if you have something that's yellow, that would contrast nicely against it.
Right.
Great ground cover, and these are all evergreen. And then we also have Pam Harper, which is a white variegation, so you can definitely brighten up a shadier area with the Pam Harper.
Right, and those are, again, though, it kind of fits the theme of Japanese garden a little bit. Yeah, and then so if you have like a yellow weeping or a yellow Japanese maple, maybe one of those, like you say, contrasting black mondo grass or something like that.
Absolutely. So yeah, they're great and they spread, so it'd be nice for a ground cover as well.
Nice. Okay, we've come out here to a very, very sunny spot to show off these two plants. When I think about Ilex crenata is Japanese hollies. When we think about Japanese hollies, people think about Hellerai hollies or compacta hollies or sky pencil hollies and mass marketed Japanese hollies that you'll find at every garden center, box store, that kind of thing. But there's actually some really cool ones. I mean, really kind of interesting, slow growing, and you guys do several of those.
Absolutely, and we're developing some seedlings that are not available yet, but in the meantime, we do have these available. So this is Jersey Jewel and Dwarf Pagoda.
Yeah.
Similar sizing, 2 to 3 feet tall and wide. Evergreen, they have nice black berries on them, and they're more sculptural in their form, so they'd be great for bonsai, great for a rock garden, or just as a specimen in your garden.
Well, it's amazing because it looks like a dwarf cryptomeria or some sort of really tight, compact dwarf conifer. If you were just walking by it, You could easily think that was a conifer and keep walking, especially in a conifer garden like this. They're rigid. How long? I mean, this is extremely slow growing. Like a sky pencil holly, I could take a cutting on at my nursery, and probably 24 months later, 24 to 30 months, have a finished 3-gallon container. How long would these take?
Oh gosh, I'd say that these are probably at least 20 years old.
20 years old?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a special plant to have in the garden. Interesting. Again, this is we think about Japanese hollies as commodity plants, but you guys have something that's more like art, a Japanese holly.
Absolutely.
You sell one of our Southeast natives as well, and this one's taken off. And I've said this a lot of times about some of our great native plants to the Southeast can really take over an area. Yeah, tell us about this one.
Yeah, so this one seems quite content here.
Yes,
it's definitely been thriving, and this one is definitely a 3-season interest. So in the spring it gets covered in flowers that smell quite fragrant, and I will say also in the fall, this is probably one of my favorites for fall color. Just nice orange into red coloration.
Yeah, this is Fothergilla gardeniae. There are several species of Fothergilla, but this is just the straight species.
Yes, it
one
is.
here. Okay, and you guys are you said you're expanding. This is a expanding product for you.
I think we're going to be adding a couple more. They're not quite ready for market at this point, but
Gotcha.
This is definitely something we have plenty of.
Yeah, these get like a bottle brush type flower in the spring that's super fragrant. Then has this kind of blue-green foliage, and then a beautiful fall color. So that's what we were talking about, 3-season plant. But the other thing is, they will sucker a little bit. But this thing seems happier here in Oregon, and it seems along the Gulf Coast where you can go and get one. I think, and again, I think this explanation that we were bouncing back and forth yesterday is I think the nighttime temperatures fall more here, and I think that when this thing is in the Southeast, it's 75 degrees at night potentially, and it just doesn't ever have a chance to really shut down, take a moment, and then grow. And here, your nighttime temperatures fall so much, that the plant gets to take a break and really grow. And so things just here just sort of like, how is that big? And we just won't see it in the Southeast. But anyway, this is one of our great natives from our area. This is one we don't have in our area. I want to tell folks about it.
Yeah, so this is Enchanthus parulatus. So this is one of 3 that we grow. We also have Jan's red and Jan's pink, so red and pink flowers. This one is more of a light pink flower to kind of cream.
Gotcha.
And one of the things about this is it's an excellent choice for a fall color. So definitely kind of dark orange to red in the fall. But in the spring, the flowers are quite nice, and it stays very compact. I think about 6 feet by 4 feet is the garden size that we give it. This one is a little bit larger. It's a fairly old specimen.
Gotcha. Yeah, even the bark is pretty cool on this plant. This is an ericaceous plant, like azaleas, blueberries, rhododendrons, all those. It gets those blueberry like flower on it. It's like a little cup flower. Is that what it looks like?
Yeah, like a little bell, and you can kind of see the seeds still along here, so it just gets covered in flowers.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, I mean, obviously it was absolutely full flower, and then again, where's this fall color heading? You say it's like kind of a burgundy color or something.
Yeah, it's a nice orangey red color, just excellent fall color.
Yeah, and even without leaves, that thing's going to look great. Yeah, beautiful. This is one I didn't even recognize when we walked past it. Tell folks about this.
Yeah, this is brand new. So this is an introduction that we've just released this year called Stewardia Bashful. So Peter Gregg is someone that works here. He's passionate about Stewardia, and he selected this as a true dwarf. So while normally a Stewardias become trees, this one will stay at less than 3 by 3. And it gets covered in flowers in the summer, and then in the fall it has that nice beautiful color that Stewardias tend to have.
Yeah, is this one that y'all have out in the world at this point? Or?
It is technically out in the world, but it is fairly limited. So we're still getting our numbers up. So it might be hard to find, but hopefully we'll get our production numbers up and you'll be able to see it soon.
And it's got the white Stewardia flowers that you would expect to see on a tree, but in a shrub version.
It certainly does, and you can get more information, see that picture of the flower on our website.
Beautiful.
All right, so we grow a variety of dogwoods as well. So this one is a Cornuscusa Scarlet Fire. So this has a nice pink flower. It gets covered in flowers, and then it transitions to a nice fall color as well. So this is going to get about 15 by 15. And we do also have a couple of variegated options as well. So Summer Gold is one that I'm particularly fond of. It has a nice gold color on the leaves, as the name implies, and then it also has a nice yellowish cream colored flower.
It's not the full size of this birch, is it?
No. So this birch, we have a garden size of 9 by 9.
9 by 9, but still small.
Still pretty small, yeah. This is definitely a compact one.
Yeah. What is this?
So this is Betula called Cinnamon Curls, and one of the great things about this, other than its compact size, is that it starts peeling the bark at a younger age.
Oh, right.
I also like the leathery leaves. It's got a thicker leaves, and as far as I know, it's also resistant to birch borer, which is a bonus as well.
Right. How long? I mean, that's probably been in the ground for a long time then.
Well, we actually just moved it. So,
oh, you moved it?
Yeah,
okay.
But it was on the hill by the dogwood that we saw earlier, and this one was getting a little too large for its space, so they ball and burlapped it, moved it over here last winter, and now it's in its new home.
Yeah, I think about birches sometimes as not being the greatest ornamental plants because they lose leaves during the summer and just debris, and then they eat they get so big and have surface roots and all those kinds of things, but these nice compact version of it. Yeah,
honestly, I feel the same way personally, I think this kind of changed my mind on it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's a pretty ornamental plant. Might be hard to see with the camera here because the sun's hitting us funny this morning, but you have this really cool holly here.
Yeah, this is Horseman Mini. This is a newer one that we started producing. It's a compact holly about 2 by 3 feet tall. And it has this nice, interesting, twisted foliage.
Yeah. It is really, really super contorted, super compact. I'm assuming this thing's pretty slow growing.
It is very slow growing, and that's our garden size, about what it is right now.
Yeah, and so those Meserve hollies or blue hollies typically have a larger, flat, kind of blue-green leaf on them, and are more cold hardy. They're considered more cold hardy than some of the other hollies that are out in the world. And you don't have a lot of leafy evergreens. So you have incredible conifers and tons of fall color that we can't get. But you're missing, you have boxwoods.
We do.
What else for leafy evergreens are in this garden? I mean, this holly.
We do have a lot of holly, Ilex crenata.
Ilex crenata. Some of them are zone 5 hardy.
Yes.
But there's not a lot of leafy. And of course, you'd have rhododendrons here.
Yes.
Yeah. But this is a holly that you can actually grow with the kind of shorter days than we get. Tell us about this calicarpa.
Right, so this is kind of an unassuming large shrub that you can see in the garden, but in the fall it really stands out. It has these beautiful, nice purple berries. It's great for attracting birds as well.
Yeah. It's this is obviously a larger growing plant, right? They're cutting it down.
Yeah, so this is Calicarpa profusion, and it gets upwards of about 8 to 10 feet tall, but easily you can prune it down. After the stalks are approximately 2 to 3 years old, you may want to just hack them off and let that regrowth come out.
Yeah, and that's what we do. We got calicarpa, but several different calicarpa in the garden in Raleigh, and they bloom on new growth and they berry on new growth. So there's no point in having the old shrub sitting there other than, but they'll grow. I mean, this thing will probably grow how many feet in a season, you think? I don't know this particular species, so probably 5 feet or so.
I would say so, yeah.
Okay, gotcha. And the berries, I don't know if it's the same on this one because but our American beautyberry that we have in our garden, it seems like these seeds have to ferment a little bit or something. Something like they stay there colorful for a long time, and the birds don't seem interested. And then one day.
I've noticed that too. It could be the case.
Yeah, something has to happen to these berries to get them ready to go. So it's easy to come up here and be jealous of the conifers for sure, but this is the other one. These peonies are amazing.
Yeah, so all throughout the garden we have a variety of Ito peonies, and that's something that we grow. So there's a long list of them, and you can go to our companion plants section on the website and see the long list of Ito peonies that we have.
So ours, just telling Roby, ours at the end of the season are just toasty and are retreating back into the ground in Raleigh. But you know, north of us, you know, they can grow them. But this is even on another level. I mean, this is even better than anything we would see in the Northeast. So you're obviously getting enough chill hours in the winter to keep them asleep longer. But then you're getting fall color.
Yeah, yeah, beautiful when they're blooming, but you know, even in the fall, we have nice fall colors. So it's hard, you know, thinking of peonies as a fall feature.
Yeah, it's a really crazy thing for us because like ours go toasted brown is what ours go. And so I don't know that before today I knew that peonies had good fall color until we were walking through the garden yesterday. This is what variety is this?
This is Bartzella.
Yeah, okay. And Bartzella is one we have that we can grow in Raleigh, and it gets. I mean, it may year to year get smaller or bigger depending on the winter we had. But this is a yellow.
It is. It's a huge yellow flower.
Okay, got you. What other color? I mean, y'all have a spectrum of color.
We have a whole spectrum. We have pinks, reds, yellows, quite a variety.
Nice. Okay. So we're in a tunnel. One of several tunnels in the garden, really, that you can pass under or pass through something. But this is one of the absolute coolest.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is one of the older specimens in the garden for size-wise. So this is Purple Fountain Beech. And I think you can kind of tell the name. It is a weeping fountain of purple.
Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful from the inside where there's not getting light. The leaves are green. And you said, when you say oldest specimens in the garden, how old is this garden?
Right, so the oldest specimens in this garden are circa about 1986.
1986,
and you can always assume that you're probably looking at least a 10-year-old plant that's been planted, so add another 10 years plus onto that.
Right, okay, so you came out of a container somewhere that you don't come in here with plants that are...
Not usually.
Okay, yeah, right. But you guys do sell and grow a lot of smaller container material.
Yeah, we certainly do. Yeah, so we have our Fanciful Gardens line. We have all the 4-inch containers and even some 2-inch containers. And those are all listed on our website as well.
Yeah, and Steph and I always find them somewhere at a garden center around us, especially during the Christmas season. It seems like a lot of them really focus on little Christmas tree type things in small containers and that kind of thing, but you can get them year round. But this is always a fun visit here to the garden. Thank you very much. There's going to be several other videos. I don't know what order these will ultimately go up in, but I think, what did we do? We did narrow conifers, just kind of a tour of the garden, and we did this non-conifer, non-Japanese maple video. Right?
Yes, we did.
We did, between the two of us, and I've shot a Q&A and other things here too, just walking around this incredible garden. Do you know the size of this space?
Yeah, it's about 5 acres.
It's about 5 acres.
Yep.
And it is, we could spend a month here, and you might, lucky guy, you get to do content in this garden every day.
Yeah, it's a privilege. I've been doing content here for 3.5 years, and every day is exciting.
Yeah, right. And you probably find something that I have never filmed that before.
All the time.
Right. Well, that's fun. Thanks, Roby.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.